Welcome to Spaceriffic Reviews. I'm Kevin T. Rodriguez, film critic of themoviewizard.com.
I'm Marco.
Yes, he's Marco. Stop smiling like that.
Sorry.
Okay. Anyway, on today's show, we're going to be reviewing Judd Apatow's third film, Funny People, starring Adam Sandler and Seth Rogen. Adam Sandler plays a movie star, much like Sandler himself, who finds out a disturbing truth. He's dying. Depressed, he goes back to the comedy club and even hires an assistant to write comedies. Ira, played by Rogen himself.
It's really good pizza. You know, they say like New York has the best pizza, and I always thought pizza in LA was only okay, but who would have thought, you know, Marin County is really hiding the good pizza pies.
Did the trailer say he wasn't dying?
Yeah. Several commercials have actually shown
That he's not dying?
yeah, that he's not dying.
No, well, I never saw a damn commercial.
Yeah, so,
okay.
yeah, you can look them up if you don't believe me.
Oh, you're a liar, Kevin.
Funny People, despite its advertising, is not necessarily about comedians saying funny stuff, but a drama that happens to be about comedians. It actually asks a much bigger and more personal question. If you were a big jerk all this time, had a near-death experience, and found out you were going to live, would you still be the same jerk, or would you actually have a new lease on life? The script is actually very smart, and it's very intelligent. I do, however, have a couple issues that keeps it from getting that 4-star grade. One, it's too long. It's 2.5 hours, which is about the same length as Apocalypse Now, and Apocalypse Now earned that right to be that long. I don't think Funny People earns that right. Also, the amazing, and I mean amazing, abundant amount of sex jokes and genitalia jokes just get old after a while. So while I did laugh a lot, and while this is definitely one of Adam Sandler's best performances, I'm going to have to give it 3 stars, barely a pass, because it just kind of repeats itself too much.
Yeah, no, Funny People I kind of went into with mixed views. Like, I had kind of gotten some, it's terrible, it's good, you know, back and forth, a little mixed on it. I didn't know what to expect. I thought it was quite funny for at least 3/4 of its running time.
Really? You thought it was funny?
I enjoyed the humor to it for the most part. It wasn't something you could quote or you could go back and say, oh my god, there's this part of this movie where this guy said this, because it's all improvised.
Yeah.
Like, they're just saying stuff. Yeah, and there are a little too many fart jokes, dick jokes, that are not funny. Okay? Stop doing that. Making jokes about farting isn't funny anymore. Everybody's done it.
Yeah.
But the film's problem that I had, I did think that the humor was funny, and that saved the hell out of most of the film, but then the film just stops being funny.
Well, you see, but I don't have a problem with the film stop being funny. I thought that when it stopped focusing on the jokes, it actually got more interesting, personally, because that's when you got the relationship and you got to see...
Well, the relationship was the worst part of the whole movie.
Well, it's because it was never going to work out, but it was one of those little mirrors where once you have like that experience, you kind of look back, and he went into this woman's house who he had a relationship with, and he kind of got that feeling, you know, this should have been mine at one point. Where did I go wrong? And unfortunately, once he does find out, I don't know if I should give it away or anything.
I wouldn't give anything away, but the point is you're spending time with Adam Sandler's character in the film, who's an asshole.
Well, he's always...
Which is the way he's playing. Yeah, that's who he's playing. He's playing a very rich movie star, very accurately as far as you could tell, playing this rich jerk, which is fine.
This is probably the most accurate jerk he's ever played, because in all his other movies, they wouldn't put up with the Adam Sandler jerk. In this one, it makes sense.
Well, he's not even playing Adam Sandler. That's the thing. That's what's fun about it, is he does do his goofy little voice and stuff, but he's not screaming. He's not... At no point in the whole film, to his credit, does he do the whole, get in your hole, the balls in your hole, blah, 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 just start doing his Adam Sandler screaming thing. Totally misquoted that. That's a messed up thing. But he didn't do that. But the thing I'm saying is he plays an asshole in the movie. That's fine. Once, you know, they leave there, because the whole thing's in LA, and they're funny, and they're telling jokes, and Seth Rogen's telling, there's comedians, you get to see this backstage of comedian stuff, and then they leave, and they go out of town, and they go visit his old flame, who's just as self-centered a prick as he is, and you spend what drags on for like 45 minutes, it seems, of no humor at all, of them just sitting there talking about how much they love each other when you know that they don't really, and you can telegraph everything before they did, and the only part that's entertaining is whenever they go back to Seth Rogen, who's doing something with her kids, and it was just this giant dragging point in the film. And then Eric Bana shows up 3/4 of the way through the movie, which was funny only because he's Eric Bana. If it had been anyone else, the whole point was it's Eric Bana, he's Australian, and he's funny, he's not in Munich. Oh my god. That's such an in-joke that I didn't even care.
Well, I've already kind of pointed out I don't believe this is a comedy. I think it's a drama that happened to be a little funnier in the first 30 minutes.
I like Judd Apatow, and you know, however you say his name. I enjoy his humor. It's just those guys goofing on each other and improvising. He did make, when he does, for the most part, the film's drama works until they leave and they go up and you spend all this time with these vapid people. It's not fun. It is a comedy, I would say. Yeah, there's drama elements to it, just as there was to Knocked Up. A little more than his other one, Knocked Up, the 40-year-old version. They're certainly putting a little more of an emphasis on the drama, but the drama is pointless. By the time he gets back, yeah, you got to spend that little time and see something there of, yeah, they were going to, you know, this is the one thing I learned from this, and it wasn't worth the trip. And then when he gets back, the one thing that I give the film credit for is that they don't have an annoying Hollywood epiphany moment. It is realistic in that respect. It did not have a it's a wonderful life.
No, if McG or any Hollywood director for hire had made this film, it would have had a vastly different, more commercial ending. So
right.
I do agree with that, and I also have to make a final note before you sound off on your score of this. Judd Apatow or Tower, whatever his name is, he does make the use of celebrity cameos. Most of the time they get a celebrity cameo, they just walk in and walk out. He actually
rammed them in there.
Yeah, but he uses them when they're there.
Well, they were funny and they were worth seeing, but I would have, for the fact that it was a 2.5-hour movie.
I do agree it could have been shorter.
You know, I would have cut out them leaving. And I would have cut out any cameo. Just get rid of them. They were entertaining. They were not entertaining enough for you to drag the movie that should have been 90 minutes to that length.
But they do cost a lot of money to get on the set, therefore they keep them.
Yeah, I know that. And, you know, it was funny, but it was
I probably would have cut out 4 of the 7 sequences of Seth Rogen talking about his genitalia. I mean, that's the stuff that were... It just happened
was
way
about.
too.
See, yeah, I think that was them improvising a joke or whatever, and I do agree that was a terrible joke and it wasn't worth being in the movie. But the movie was about comedians. The movie was on thing. The
movie was about this guy and his life. It wasn't about comedians. He just happened to be a comedian.
Well, I know that was the thing. They threw that in there for that to be part of the film. Yes, it was about Adam Sandler and his whole life. So you got to watch an asshole be an asshole for an entire film, and you know, and that was it.
Okay, well, I give it 3 stars, which is a recommendation. It's not a high recommendation, but it is. What's your grade?
We're going to sit here and argue about the movie the whole way, and then I'm going to say it was 3 stars.
Oh, okay.
It was so funny when it was funny that it made up for the fact that as a movie it didn't work all that well.
Okay, well, folks, we both recommend funny people.
See it, unless you have, you know, you want if you want something straightforward where it's like Adam Sandler's playing golf. You don't. This is a dark, goofy, weird humor. Is like, you know, it's not straightforward. It is not an Adam Sandler.
Yeah, no. All you people who want The Waterboy, you can just rewatch The Waterboy. It's very different. But I'm actually a little glad he made this movie because now an Adam Sandler movie that's serious might actually make money, which I know is what he's been wanting all this time.
And that would have been cool if this movie had made money.
Oh, it was number one.
Number one at like 23 million, which is
poor them.
Oh, I don't feel sorry for it, but when you're like Hollywood numbers and stuff, it's like, oh, it'll probably do well. It'll make money. It's not gonna lose money or anything, but you know.
Okay, well, we both give it 3 stars. We both recommend it. See you next time on Spaceriffic Reviews.